Picture this: the Italian countryside, winding roads, the smell of espresso in the air, and then a sound rips through the silencenot birdsong or opera butt, a V12 snarl, and a turbo hiss. This isn't just a car comparison. This is a duel between two rolling myths, one born of rebellion and beauty, the Lamborghini Miura. The other, shaped by competition and furith, Ferrari 288 GTO. Two names etched in petrol and performance, two philosophies, two legends. But only one can claim the crown. This is Miura versus GTO. The Godfather versus the Outlaw. Let's light the fuse. The Lamborghini Miura is what happens when you give young engineers too much freedom, not enough adult supervision, and a blank check. The result? The world's first supercar. Unveiled in 1966, the Miura looked like it rolled straight out of a fever dream and onto the pages of every car magazine. It didn't just turn, heads it broke necks. Low, wide, seductive, it was designed to be fast and look faster. But this wasn't just about looks. Underneath its sensual, Marcello Gandini sculpted skin was a 3.9-liter V12, sitting sideways behind the Drivera layout so wild for the time it made other car makers spit out their wine. Producing around 385 horsepower, it launched the Miura to 170 miles per hour at a time when the average car was still trying to figure out how to get out of second gear. Driving the Miura was an experience. It was fast, sure, but it was also a handful. Lift-off oversteer was lurking like a jealous ex, and the rear would swing out if you even looked at the throttle wrong. Inside, tiny cabin, furnace-like temperatures, and a gearbox that occasionally enjoyed a good fight. But did anyone care? Nope, because every moment in a Miura felt like being on the cover of a rock album. Elvis owned one. So did Rod Stewart. And when Frank Sinatra bought his, he famously said, "You buy a Ferrari when you want to be someone. You buy a Lamborghini when you are someone." It wasn't perfect. It wasn't even practical. But the Miura didn't come here to be sensible. It came here to change the world. And it did. And now, enter the Ferrari 288 GTO, a car that looks like it was engineered in secret, in the dark, under flickering lights, by people with speed addictions and zero chill. Born in 1984, to conquer the terrifying Group B racing class motorsport category. So wild, it got banned before the GTO could even touch the track. This car was built with one goal: to go like hell. Visually, it looked like a beefed-up 308, but this was no prancing pony. It was a twin turbocharged, 2.8-liter V8 monster built into a lightweight, track-leaning frame. Output: 400 horsepower. Top speed: 189 miles per hour, and a 0 to 60 time of 4.9 seconds, and that's in 1984, when most cars were still coughing on carburetors. The sound? Like a mechanical banshee riding a chainsaw through a wind tunnel. The moment those turbos spooled up, it was like flipping a nitro switch on. Second you're cruising, the next you're in hyperspace. The interior was Spartan. No nonsense, no fluff. You didn't drive this car, you survived it. Leather bucket seats, a gated shifter, and a boost gauge that looked like it wanted to fight you. It never got to race in Group B, but the 288 GTO Street Ill became a legend. It paved the way for the Ferrari F40, and some say it's the more pure of the two, more analog, more raw, more angry. If the Miura is the seducer, the 288 GTO is the sniper. Quiet, dangerous, and designed to eliminate everything in its way. So, which Italian legend takes the crown? The Lamborghini Miura is pure automotive romance, a shape from the heavens, a sound from hell, and a legacy that gave birth to the word supercar. The Ferrari 288 GTO? That's your undercover monster. It was built to be banned, tamed only by the brave, and it led to some of the greatest Ferraris ever made. So here's the verdict. Want to be admired? Miura. Want to go fast and maybe scare yourself a little? 288 GTO. But the crown goes to the 288 GTO. Because while the Miura stole our hearts, the GTO stole time itself. So, which legend has your vote? Team V12 Romance or Team Twin Turbo Rebellion? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like, subscribe, and come back for more history meets horsepower. Stay loud, stay curious, and remember, every legend starts with a little lunacy.